40 listings last week. And this week, we're at 30 listings. You know how many listings that do the math, Mike, in less than a month?
Over 100 listings.
And that's just that's not even the rentals. So we're going to go through our Mellor Group brokers and their new listings of the week. We didn't do the rentals this week. Again, maybe we'll do a special about all the rentals that are available because there's quite a few.
Yeah, quite a few.
Baffled by it.
Are we?
Yes, we are, Mike.
Why are you always surprised?
Contrary to me.
Oh, he's talking. No, that's not
No.
real.
We are live.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
are you talking then?
Mike.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me explain the context here.
Yeah.
I actually took time this morning to explain to Mike that I was going to do something before 2 o'clock. And at 2 o'clock, we said, and we need to respect that it's at 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I go into this long thing. Mike, here are the listings. Here's this. You know what you should do is your meeting at 1 o'clock should finish at 1:45 because I'm going to be rushing in. We need to start right away. Yeah. That's what Mike says. Then it's 1:49 when I show up at the office. He's still in his office, door closed. I'm like, in a meeting. I knock on the door. I know there's someone in there, but I got to interrupt because Mike, you know, remember Mike? We spoke about. Yeah. No worries. 2:02 we started. He's still looking right now. You see his eyes? He's looking at his screen, trying to figure out what's going on.
I see what's going on.
So if you want to be successful in life, Mike, I'm going to tell you, you need to control time. You know, it's what I just was discussing it with Mateo. What did
I had a question actually.
Ask away, Mike, but you're wasting time. Come on.
Okay, are we at 19?
We have 19 properties. We have 30 new listings. We're going to skip the rentals because 19 is quite heavy. Right?
Oh, it is.
So let's start right away. Rock Hill, Beaconsfield, new listing, 539 Rock Hill. Tell me quickly what it is. Don't talk about the basement height, please. Let's just go quick.
Okay, so we're talking about 539 Croissant Rock Hill in Beaconsfield. That's in the area of Beaurepart, an area that you like very much.
Yes, and this property, we actually talked about it on Friday. It had an open house. I wonder how the open house went. This is the Brody Windsor team. And remember what I said last week? Look at the brokers. It's going to be the same brokers every week. Yeah. And you should try to study these brokers. What are they doing well? Can I emulate what they're doing? Can I learn from them? And what we're going to do is this, Mike. We're going to interview. We're going to put forward secrets, tips from these successful brokers.
I think it'd be a good idea.
I know you think it's a great idea. Let's move on to the next property. What do we have?
We have 128 Rue des Grives in Montreal in Ile-Bizarre. Hey, that's where you're at.
That's my neighborhood.
Yeah. Beautiful house. And that's for $1.498 million. And of course, that's none other than Mr. Chen.
See, Michael Chen again from our Beaconsfield office, the elite office. Once more, every week he's there. He's doing an open house. We're going to talk about this listing again on Friday. Let's keep trucking along, Mike.
All right, next thing we go. We're going up north. 626 Chemin des Frênes in Piedmont for $320,000. We're talking about 1,138 square foot, and that's no other than Isabel Stern.
A brand new looking condo in Saint Laurent now, 3,000 Boulevard Timmins, unit 509. I like the style of this place. It's slick.
It's
modern, gray. It's my style of building.
Sophia Chen always has some pretty nice inventory, I must add.
Congratulations, Sophia. We've got now we're going back to Kirkland, 248 Beacon. Beautiful property here.
Beautiful property, $999,000.
Oh. And the Brody Windsor team again.
We got the Brody Windsor team again with another wonderful listing this week.
Continuing on, Rue Saint-Jacques.
628 Rue Saint-Jacques, apartment 2504 in the Ville-Marie area. La Cité du Multimédia, that would be the neighborhood. And again, we have Mr. Michael Chen.
Now, before we go to the next one, I want to take a second, because we're in Ville-Marie, but we're going to go back to the West Island. I took the time to take the statistics from the APCEQ for all of the different neighborhoods of the West Island.
Okay.
Now, you know, if you've been watching the other two shows, I did the whole province. I did the Greater Montreal. Now I wanted to do the West Island more specifically, since we all have two offices here. Here's an interesting thing about the median price. I took back 10 years.
Yeah.
Can you guess what the median price was 10 years ago in 2014?
Half of what it is now.
Which would be what, if you had to guess?
Well, I don't know. I would say somewhere around 300,000, 350 maybe.
300,000?
Yeah.
You're close. 369 was 2014 was 369.
Wow.
So today 2024, the year's not over. We're
Yeah.
at 725,000
Yeah.
as median price. So you can see it right here. These are the numbers. The years are over here. We have a peak, and that's no secret that in 2022, but the 2022 year was the peak at 739,000. So we're
I think it
almost
was a
at
bit
the
of an
same price.
inflated price back then.
The
though.
year's not over. Also, I got to remind everybody we're just
Yeah.
in June.
Yeah, and which I wouldn't be surprised that we get a bit of an inflation from now till the end of the year, especially that we went down 25 basis points last week. So
Talk to me more about that, Mike. As I showed the graph here, I don't know if we can see it on the screen, but you've got the visual. Talk to me,
Yeah.
Mike. Explain.
well, actually, what we're looking at right now, they're actually anticipating that there should probably be 2 more times that they might be bringing down the interest rates. We actually had a meeting with some prominent people in the last 2 days that gave us that information. So whether it'll happen or not, no one has a crystal ball, but apparently that's what the predictions are.
So it's going to be interesting. Follow this graph. We're going to keep updating it every week, and you'll see maybe the progress. I'm sure it's going to go up. We're only in June. Like I said, the rate, as Mike's saying, is going down. So I think it's great. I think the market's going to be really good for the second half of this year. We're almost there. If we go back to our beautiful listings,
So we're looking at 628 Rue Saint-Jacques, apartment 1810.
That's a beautiful property. Though.
Yes, beautiful property. Again, Mr. Michael Chen, again, another beautiful listing for this week.
Same building, another unit.
Same building, one again, another one from Michael Chen once more. 628 Rue Saint-Jacques, apartment 1104 at $449,000 in the same building.
And then we keep on going with Jason from our Westmount office.
That's 7000 Rue Allard, apartment 541 in LaSalle at $499,000 for Mr. Jason Musrick.
Ile des Sœurs, where I lived for a few years. My in-laws are in Ile des Sœurs. Beautiful place. A street I know very well.
Yeah, 130Z Rue de la Rotonde. That is in Montreal, Verdun, Ile des Sœurs neighborhood. And of course, that's with no other than Marie-Yvonne Paint.
You know, Ile des
And
Sœurs,
Samuel Demas.
for those that don't know, there's some nice paths where you can walk in the woods. You don't feel like you're
You're in the city.
10 minutes from downtown.
And you got a beautiful golf course there too.
I don't know if it's beautiful. I haven't played it, but I'm sure it is because the woods, the surrounding area, the walk. I mean, you can go along the bike path more on the western side.
Yeah.
Great place to live. I really enjoyed my time in Nuns Island. If we keep on going, we're going back to Ville-Marie on McDougall.
On McDougall, that's 4030Z Chemin McDougall in Ville-Marie at $2.195 million. And that, of course, is Marie-Yvonne Paint and Samuel Demas.
Look at that picture right there. I love the glass with the black trim, the white. This is my style right there. Can you see it?
Beautiful.
Do we have it on the...
Do we?
See, if I had to build my house, this is what I would do, the glass part. You see the glass part?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
It is. It's epic.
Beautiful. Keep on trucking.
3741 Rue Prière Est, appartement 1, dans le coin de Montréal-Nord. So we're looking at Chelsea Lax and Béatrice Baudinet.
Béatrice Baudinet, who we've been seeing every week.
Yep.
Open houses, new listings, multiple open houses.
It's just a
new
repeat. Just a repeat.
Go ahead, Mike.
Then we have 1700 Boulevard René-Lévesque Ouest, appartement 602 à Montréal, dans le coin de Ville-Marie. The neighborhood is Central West.
I got to say, congratulations to Jason again. This is his second listing this week, 2 in a row, two in the same week. That's a good week. Right?
It is. It is.
You got to celebrate that somehow, Jason. Way to go.
Then we got 4339 Rue Saint-Dominique à Montréal, dans le Plateau Montréal, the neighborhood. And that would be no other than Miss Carly Friedman.
Carly, who you keep seeing week after week, open houses, new listings, same names. Write them down if you think you're going to forget.
I also think Carly will be having a caravan, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, that's correct.
Yeah.
Is this on this specific property?
That is. She will have a caravan
now,
tomorrow.
it's a special caravan.
Yeah.
When we say caravan, what do we think? We think 11 to 1 on Tuesdays. Tomorrow's Thursday, and it's going to be at 5 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken.
5 p.m.
5 to what? 5 to what? 5 to. We're going to take a guess here.
Yeah.
5
to 7, probably.
Makes sense.
Thinking. Yeah.
So the address again for those that would love to come in. Is there maybe some drinks involved? There's something being offered, or am I?
I don't know. Let's not be too forward on that.
I'm going to do this. I'm going to be there tomorrow, 4939 Rue Saint-Dominique. I'm going to show up around 5:30ish.
Yeah.
If there's no drinks, Mike's going to buy you a round of drinks. So there you go. Next up. Go for it, my friend.
So we have
4939, same property, or I
no,
opened the listing twice. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you opened it twice, most likely.
Go for it, my friend. Duluth East.
So we have 468 Avenue de Lutte East. That would be the neighborhood of Plateau, Montréal, at 1.155 million plus tax. That transfers to 1.327 approximately. And that would be Benjamin Guillou-Nissin.
So we're off sync here. This is the importance of being on time. And
Well, actually, I had no, but I actually had it. You're the one who started with
hey,
that.
I
covered for you. I actually covered for you.
It's okay. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go look at the inventory of listings for the West Island. I think that's fun to share with everybody. Those that work the West Island, maybe you don't take the time. We're all busy, so I'm doing it for you. Tune in every Wednesday. I'm gonna share some statistics. We're looking right now, if we can put it on the screen. The inventory right now in the West Island is close to 764 active listings. If I drew this little line here, this little chart thing, where it shows that back in 2019, we were about at that number, at that level of inventory. But if you go back, and this surprised me, I don't know if you remember this, Mike.
Yeah.
Go back to 2014, 15, and 16. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's almost, well, not almost. It's, almost double what we have now, what we've had in the last 5 years.
Yeah, you know why?
Do you remember that?
Of course.
Do you remember
why?
those times?
Do you know why?
Tell me why, Mike.
Well, there was a lot of construction happening in those years. A lot of new construction happened those years. They just halted that as of 2019, and since then, nothing.
Is that your opinion?
No, that's facts. Facts.
So, see, Mike came ready. Maybe that's why he was a bit late. Maybe I'm giving you a hard time when I shouldn't. I should be praising you, Mike. Praise Mike for his hard work. Here you have the numbers. It's kind of small, but hey, if anybody wants this stuff, just send me a DM, text me, call me. I'll just share the statistics. I know it takes a bit of time to do this, so I'm saving you time. You know, I'm all about giving, Mike.
It's all about the broker.
I was telling you, okay, quick. I know I'm taking more time than I should here, but quick story. Yesterday was my mother-in-law's birthday. We took her out. The waiter comes. I paid a bill, and someone says to me something about the tip, and he says, you know, how much are you giving? I tell him it's a higher than normal amount. But hear me. I said the more I give, the more I get.
Yeah.
The service was good too, by the way. So I wasn't just giving to give. But I gave, and I think I'm going to get. I've been living my life like that, and it seems to be working. So here, same thing. I'm giving this out for free. Just DM me, text me. I'll share the stats.
Give and you shall receive.
And you know what you could do with this is use it for your own social media to create content. That's going to be another topic we're going to talk about later. But let's go back to the listing. I'm going to let you go.
That's 475 Chemin Trépanier in Saint-Anicette, and that's $349,000, and that's for Mr. Charles Robert.
I'm gonna let you keep on going because I'm all lost with the listing. So,
okay. So next up, we have 466 Avenue du Lutte Est, Montréal, and that would be at 1.6 million approximately with the taxes, and that's also Mr. Benjamin Guillou-Nissin. Then we'll continue at 4040 Rue Berry à Montréal. The neighborhood is the Plateau. 1.3 million approximately with taxes. And that's also Mr. Benjamin Guillou-Nissin. So he's got quite a bit.
And Benjamin, you'll see his name all the time. Every week to week. Are you done?
Nope. There's another one. 464 Avenue du Lutte, Montréal Est. Again, 1.185 million. Benjamin Guillou-Nissin. So I think this is probably all the same building, just different units that are available with different type of square footage.
That's a good conclusion, Mike. I think I'd bet some money on that if you ask me.
So that's pretty much what we can.
Maybe before we go, I want to also show the number of sales for the West Island. Again, we're sticking to the West Island this week. I want to make sure we understand the West Island. If we're working the West Island, the statistics are important. The price, the number of days on the market. But now, what about the transactions? What does it look like when we look at this year, which is not over? We're almost halfway compared to last year, which was, I think, the worst year in 20 years. Not I think. I look at the stats, and I know now for a fact, terrible. 2014, we're going to start with that. Do we have it on the screen? So if you look here, top line, 2014, 1,114 transactions. We're at 764. Right. If you look at 2023, which I think was the worst, 1468. Okay. But this is just the West Island, so it's a big gap. between 2015, if you look at 2016, we're in the 2,000 transactions. How do you explain that?
Well,
How do you explain that?
the lack of construction for one. Number two, what I would blame is that a lot of people did not want to sell because they didn't think they would get par value for their properties. People that overpaid during the pandemic, of course, knew that it was a bad time for them to sell post-pandemic. Not mentioning the fact that we had higher interest rates, there was less interest in wanting to buy or sell, knowing that you're not going to be able to get the price point you're looking for.
So we showed you the data. You saw it on the screen. If we can put now the visual representation of what I was explaining, what we were explaining is, again, keep in mind, this is halfway through the year. This is my forecast right here. You see it?
Mm-hmm.
See, this is where this thing's going to end. Last year was terrible.
You should take a screenshot of that and see if it happens.
That's what we should do. We should timestamp it. And then we talk about it in a few more months, see if I'm right or wrong. All right, Michael Gorbanian, one of our brokers, very successful brokers here at Mellor Group. It's his birthday today. Now, I know for those that are that have been watching, they'll say, well, how come he's the only one you're celebrating? Well, it came to my attention that we don't celebrate our brokers, and we should. And today's his birthday. We personally reach out to our brokers, but I thought, hey, he's here, we're here. Michael, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, buddy.
He's a great supporter also online. You see him all the time, everywhere. He creates great content. So why not? Why not say happy birthday?
I agree.
Mike, you want to add a few words before we go?
I'd just like to say, if anybody has anything, good criticism, bad criticism, whatever criticism, we'll take it. We want to hear it. And if there's anything else that you'd like us to add to this that could bring more value, let us know. We'll be more than happy to add it to our program.
And I thought Mike was going to say, hey, hang around. In 9 minutes, we have our leads webinar, which explains and gives you all the tricks and tips of what we do to generate all these buyer leads, these seller leads. Yes, you heard me right. We do have seller leads.
My favorite investor kind of leads.
Yeah. But sellers, who doesn't want seller leads?
Everybody wants inventory.
There you go. So if you're not already registered, register for our webinar leads. We give all of this for free. We show you on the big screen exactly what we do, the ads we put out, the system to convert, to nurture, to all this automation. You've seen other people do this maybe for other industries, other businesses. You saw the courses that sometimes you're being offered to buy and sell. We're going to share all that for free.
Yeah, we're going to show you the mechanics.
We will, but you have to register. So if you haven't already, we may have that link. Go in the bio.
The link is in the bio.
That's right. That's right. So those don't know what that means, is you go to what? To our profile page of any of our account. We're on every platform. And then you'll see something that's very clear about leads. You click that. You put your name and email. Then you watch or you participate in the webinar. And you can, even if let's say you miss it. You can
always watch it later. You have an opportunity to watch it later. The only disadvantage is that you won't be able to necessarily have an interaction with us at that time. But it doesn't prevent you from being able to communicate with us later if you have any feedback. Well,
Mike, I'm going to say you're wrong there.
Why?
Because we will give you our phone number. And while you're watching it, you have inquiries. Inquiries? What's the word? You text or you call, and Mike's going to pick up.
Yeah, but
because Mike picks up the phone.
My point was.
All right, we're done. So in 7
I said
minutes,
if they watch it later on, they could still communicate.
That's right.
Okay.
So don't miss this. This is not going to be forever, and you can generate your own leads.
Yeah.
Come on. So all that to say, join. If you don't have time today at 2:30, still sign up. We're going to put this video up. You can watch it whenever you want, and you can call us. Well, call Mike anytime, 24/7, and you'll get all the answers, the questions that you need. All right. Friday, we're going to see you again on Friday for open houses. What is it, 2:30? 2 o'clock, we're going to share all the open houses and more statistics and tips and tricks and things that Mike will cook up and present. So there you go. Have a fantastic week.
Have a great week, guys.
We'll see you Friday.